Hello guys, well I am back again and I've finished sewing the bits and pieces, so it's all sewed. So what I've got is, this is what I've chose to use for my cover, which is so cute. It's got all the little animals and it's quite nice. So I thought I'm just going to do this off camera first. So what you do is you put it, here's my piece, you sew right sides together. So you got, that's the bit that you've made, and then it worked out to be about 8 inches, and this was the whole length of the fabric, and then I needed to add another, I think maybe, yeah, about 14 inches, and it's 8 wide. So 8 wide plus the whole length of fabric, and then another 14 or 15 inches more. So yeah, so you're going to have a join. So now what we're going to do is you snip off the ends because it's all sewn. And I know this seems quite funny, but what we're going to do is do like a big long snake. So I've got to pull it inside out, but I'll do this bit before I do the sewing, before I catch up with you guys. And you can see, I mean, it does take a little bit, but that's all good. I always have little bits coming out. There's still one big long piece, and just leaving one end partially open so that you can do this, turn it inside out. Okay, now this is the steps that you use if you are wanting to make a book. If you're wanting to do what Corinne is doing, or some of the other pieces that you've seen finished. I'll show my sister's one. So this is sewn into the corner as well. Sewed it a little bit into the corner. So we're going to have to get my hand all the way back in again and push in the corners. Okay, so we've got the corners all done. Now there was quite a few hard bits to go over. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on the iron and give it a good iron so it's flat, and then I'm going to go over it with the sewing machine all the way around. Okay, so we've now got a back. Look, it's so pretty. So I've got this. I'll have a look if you can see where you are. Yes, we're still fairly. So that's my first page. This is why I've got to iron it and then stitch all the way around the edges, including, I'll just move bits and pieces. See, these are the bits that were fairly tricky, because it was right on that bit. Makes it yeah, a little bit difficult. And there might be some bits I may still work on. That's why we got to iron it. Okay, and then this is going to be folded down, so I'll iron that down there, like that. And then we iron this down. I tore it, and I think I tore it too close. So yeah, might be a bit short on this end, but we'll make it work. Me being silly woman I am, because it was quite a bit. So that will be stitched like that. I actually might pin it while I'm here, if I can find the pin cushion. There it is. So make sure that's underneath. Have that there like this. go fairly close to the edge on this one. It's okay on the top, but when we get closer, yeah, need to tuck that in. Okay, there we go. Whatever doesn't get stitched in by the machine, I can always come back and maybe hand do it. Yeah, this is all because I was silly. That'll go down like that. It's going to have to be pretty close. So this is so make sure that you leave a fair bit. I'll wiggle and work my way into doing that. I might have to you know, do the edge again. Okay, so I'll give it a good iron and then I'll stitch around it until it's all flat, and then I'll come back and show you how we are going to you know, fold it up, and we're going to stitch in the middle to sort of give it the book thing, but I'll show you when we get there. Okay, well, I will be back. Okay, well, I'm back again and I've done all the sewing. So I've sewn all around both the edges and done that bit, so you end up with one long big bit. Okay, and this stuff you don't see on the inside, so when you're folding, once you've turned it inside out and you've sewn it all the way around, you know, sewing close the closure, you have it like this and you fold it like that. Then you open it up. See, I've pinned that. I've got to sew that down, and if there's any raw edges, I'm going to sew it down on the machine. It's going to be fairly thick. If there's any raw edges, I'll sew them by hand. Same with this one. I'm sewing there, and I may end up sewing in the middle. We'll see. I might even do that by hand. So you end up with this little book, okay, like this. So I've got to hop onto the machine and do that sewing. So what I've done, I've got myself a doily because I've got to do a cover, and so I want to do a cover. So I'll be stitching this, and then when I attach it, because there is some wadding underneath there, I can sew it where it doesn't get through. So I'm going to have this here, and I've got all my little bits and pieces. Oh, my son's friend is here with his motorbike, so you can hear that. So I've got little bits and pieces which I still may, you know, I've got this at the front, but you don't see a heck of a lot of it. So I've got that at there, and I want to somehow, when we do this, like once the other bits are sewn on, I might get those pages and do a stitch by hand, you know, like do some stitches, and so that's at least being held together that way. So I have to be careful. I might even just do it on the edges there, because I don't want to not be able to see the writing. So, but for now I'm going to do that, and that's going to be on there like this, covering that page. So I've got the other half of the doily, which I've just folded it over and cut it because I still want to see some of this backing. So I've got the other half of the doily, which I might put in here. I don't know. We'll see. Or just leave it like that. That can attach and that way you can at least see this beautiful fabric on the back of it. So in the meantime, because I really like the colours and everything, I've got the bits and pieces that might, you know, could use some of this on there underneath. Yeah, bits and pieces that I've got. So I do like some of this fabric that has been used in there, but I'm going to use, see how this is Nature's Treasures? I'm going to do Write Nature's Treasures on here using this as a guide, and I'll move that out the way. Okay. If you want to use yours and trace it, but because it's sort of my design, it's not so bad. I'm just having to check if I'm still in camera. I am. So just going to do feel confident to do the word, and I want it a little bigger than what they've got there. This is quite nice linen. Nature's. Okay. I'm a bit of a shocker for going sloping down, so I'm hoping I'm not. This is why you do it with one of those pens. Okay. Usually I like to go like that. And treasures, I think I will start. Yeah. Okay. Get quiet when I'm concentrating. And I'm trying to hold it so it doesn't move. Okay. Nature's Treasures. And then I'm going to put, I wonder if I've got any in here. No, I know I've got my little, you know, my label, so I might put a little label there. I could probably put by Susanna, but I think Nature's Treasures like that is okay. I guess, look, is it straight? I think it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch that, and then so because it's separate, I can stitch it, and then if I have to, I can always like do a little running stitch in cream around it to hold it so it's being held down. I've got little bits and pieces that I think I might put in there. Okay. I think that's going to look nice. So that'll go, and I'll hold it so it is held down. Okay, have that. To be stitched. I'm just wondering if I open it up, a minute, stitch that, pin it down, whether that'll be enough. To hold it. I am going to put little bits and pieces on. I've got, here's all little bits of fabric that I've used in it. I've got, where's that stuff? Where are they? You know, oh, this stuff. I might even put a little bit of the green pink on there. So we'll have a look. Okay. Now, so we open it up like that. Okay. I think all I am going to do is just stitch it, you know, nick it here on the edges so it's not you know, it's being held down by this, so I don't want to do it too small, so I might just get these edges here and do a couple of little stitches and stitch those bits together, like not that one, I'll stitch that to that and then that to that, so just those two and then those two, leaving the end ones so that they can open and close. So just here and then here, and do that the same on the other side, so leaving that so that can open and close. Okay. Okay, this is an experiment for me. I'm filming it as you know, you're doing it, so that will be held down and then they will be held here, so it'll be held there, there and there, and then that will be, I'll stitch that down there. So I've got to go back onto the machine. I'm going to be hand stitching this, but we need a few bits and pieces to make it look pretty and get rid of this straight edge. Might use some of this, or do we reckon that we use the pink? I think the pink might be nicer. It is pretty. So we'll get some of the pink. Maybe, you know, push it on the edge there. Just showing you what I could do, but I've got to do stitching. I might even grab my little box and see if we can find. I don't want this to be too over the top. So, you know what would be nice? I've got these little squirrels and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if I've got one that can go like that. Give me a look. Got the pieces. Looking at my fabric. I think my sister pinched it. She's pinched some of the squirrel fabric. It does go like that. I was wondering where are they all gone, but my sister's working on it, and I said, oh, if you want to have some of the fabric, which she has, she'll bring it back. So I'm thinking either it'll be a squirrel. That bird looks nice too because it's faced that way. No, she's got the fabrics. I do like colours. Okay. Probably could have some of that. Maybe something like this. What else we got? You could always put that underneath. Since it goes around anyway. Let's look. get underneath. So it's got a bit of an edge. Find that. I reckon that could probably sit up on the top there. I don't know, I don't think so. It's just going to okay, what have we got? Something that works well on everything. I've still got this one that I've had sitting there, and I do love that, but I think it's a little too much, and it's very faded on that side. It's not bad. Okay. Sometimes it's the most unlikely ones that you find work okay. Like these. There's that one again. What about the purple? Nah. I'm actually thinking, oh, that's quite nice. Hold that one. That one that the first one that I grabbed, I think is rather pretty. Okay, we'll have a look. Forever chucking stuff here and there. There's my pin cushion. That's not bad. Then I want to crumple it, and then have my little tag there. Or does that work better? Just don't know what colour I'm going to do that. Or this one. Nope. Oh, I do like that. I just think that's really quite pretty. What about this one? Brings out that, brings out this. And what I might do is I want to pick this and see how this works on its own. It's because it's got a real faded, but I'm thinking that looks good because it brings out the greens. And then I'll stand up and have a look whether it is that one or this one. Okay. So this will definitely be crumpled and stitched. Actually, I don't mind that. I think that looks really good. No. Or this one, or we can have both. That doesn't look too bad actually. And make sure that this is on the pinky bluey side. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That works. Just got to figure out what colour we're going to do that. What do you think, peeps? So here I've got all my extra little bits and pieces. I think I might have had where is it? This, that, which I really struggled to get into the other piece. No. Now I think it's going to be two, and we're going to do that, and and then have this crumpled to give it softening that edge. I think when you know, you know, and then just having that, and even though it's square, it's sort of ruffled, and it goes really well with that. So might be able to put it there, but nah, it's too much. Okay, well, put these back, and I think that is it. So I'm gonna take this off. I might take a photo before I take it off, so I know how the placement of it goes. Move these bits and pieces, got heaps, and I've got the edging and another doily for another day. So I like it. So there you go. I'm thinking, will I be back? But I mean, I basically showed you what you need to do. So along the edge on those two, and have that. And yeah, I probably will be, I'll have one more video, you know, showing the finished thing and putting it through. So it'll be a very short one. I might have that when I'll show you the finished piece when I advertise that, you know, my panels are up on my website. So there you go, guys. Well, it's been a long journey and a lot of work, but here is our gorgeous little book, and yeah, I'm quite happy. I might even do it in a pinky colour, I think. Where are we? Where's my thing? I think so, because I quite like that reddy colour. I wonder if it's a bit much, but sort of like a soft, here we go. Maybe that might be too much. This is probably too light. Gotta get something just right. Here we go. Yeah, I think that or that. What do you think, peeps? What looks better with these? That or that? I think probably that one, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Well, we've always got this. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. I just hope it's dark enough. It should be, because that matches this, the pink, that. Yeah, I'm probably going to give that a whirl. Maybe I can do some highlights in that. Okay, I think we found it. No worries, guys. Well, I'll catch you, and thank you for going along this journey with me, and I'll show you in the next part when I advertise the panels, which will be the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed it, and because I thoroughly have loved it, but it has been a long journey. I think this is video number 8. Yeah. So bye.